Happy Friday, everybody. I think we're live. I hope we're live. Nick, I see you there in the green room waiting. I'm going to just make sure I have everything set up here, and then we'll bring you in right quick and take a peek at your channel. Oh, and I've got to turn my volume down. I like to have a live going on the other desktop, just so I can be sure things are behaving. So let's get out of this one. All right, greetings everybody. I hope it's a good day wherever you are. We're still praying for rain here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We had a storm system come through probably 4 or 5 days ago, and I want to say it dropped a lot of rain on some people north of here. I think Byron at 12 Stones Ranch got a little bit of rain, but he's about an hour and a half, give or take, from RichKatRanch, so it didn't quite make it this far south. I don't know what sort of force field we have going on that will sometimes make these big storm systems just skip right over us or form right around us. I have a video somewhere of the radar of a day where it was just crazy weather happening around us, and it looked like it was coming right at us, and it got within 30 miles, and it just literally started curving around our area here. I don't know what that is, but obviously that's a blessing if it's hail and tornadoes and things that nobody wants to have to deal with. But we are so desperate for rain that if I see a cloud in the distance, even I start doing the rain dancing, hoping it'll come a little closer. I'm going to go ahead and bring Nick in. We're going to visit a little while with him. And hopefully we'll have some more visitors stop by in the stream to say hello. Hey, Nick, how are you?
How are you doing?
So I'm good. So y'all, Nick is literally my neighbor, like not the same city, but in the same general area here in Texas. So I think at some point we're going to have to, we're going to have to, we're going to have to collaborate on something at some point, and maybe I'll come out and visit you. You can show me around, and I'll do a video and feature you in a video on the channel sometime, because I'm sure you got some interesting things that I don't have here. We're not hunters, aside from, I think we might have been fishing a couple of times, but we just don't get away from home very often, so we don't get to do things like that. I know my sons both hunt primarily deer in the fall, so we're always excited for that, because it means we're going to get some stuff in the freezer that we didn't have to work for. And we have some other friends that from time to time will drop off elk and venison and boar and stuff that they've processed, because I cook for the dogs, and they know it's good for me to sort of introduce and rotate in some different proteins every now and then. So but tell me, so what's going on at your place these days? Do you have any special projects or news?
Nothing really new at the moment. We're actually thinking about getting rid of some of our goats because it is so dry. It's like, and feed is so expensive. It's like it just doesn't justify itself,
Yeah. And, we are, in a similar situation. Yeah.
Yes. But no, as far as that goes, no, nothing new. We did acquire a new place to hog hunt not too long ago, so that's cool. And it had 2 tanks on it, but since we've gotten it, those have went dry. So that hurt that place a lot. So
we have such a nice pond on the back acre, and the ducks and geese, typically spend their days out there, and I just bring them up at night for dinner and then to pin them up after dark. And I don't even know why they enjoy it at all. I mean, there's just enough little bit of water there for them to float around kind of right near the center, but it's scary how low. You can look at it and just see the marks, around the bank where the water's supposed to be, and see how dry it is. I don't remember
the back of our place. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the back of our place is the Clear Fork of the Brazos River. And right now, it's quit running at all. Like, it's not even trickling. We got little small pools here and there, but that's the first time it's done that since we've lived there, which it hadn't been long. This will be our upcoming 3rd year there. So,
do you remember when you guys last got rain out there this year?
Ooh, measurable rain? Probably no. I don't really. I have to say it got to be at least 2 months. for any
Yeah, I
medical
was going to
rain.
say, I think it's about 60 days.
Yep.
And there have been some little showers, and I know there have been maybe 2 times in the last couple of months that I've felt a couple of sprinkles, and I thought, oh, good, it's coming. That's all I got was those couple of sprinkles. I could count the number of drops
It's
that
like
came down.
it's like it teases you. You'll hear the
Oh
thunder,
my
you know, and you'll see the
goodness.
lightning,
Oh
and
my
then
goodness.
it never rains.
Yeah, I've never seen it this dry here. And last year we got so much rain a couple different times last year. We have a great big, I think it's an oak tree. I mean, just it was a massive tree. Beautiful, healthy, lush, just completely alive. And it got so wet and the ground got so soft that tree just fell right over.
Oh man.
Oh, it was just one of my favorite trees. But that's the difference. I mean, we just had so much rain last year. The pen kept flooding and water was getting in the house. I mean, it was just crazy wet last year. So I don't know what God has planned for these
Yeah,
great
yeah.
extremes.
The river actually got above its banks. Of course, you know, we kind of live up on the high side of the land, and so we don't have to really worry about it getting into our house. But the river was out of its banks last year about the same time right now.
Okay, I think that's about the time that poor
Yep.
old tree fell over. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
sad.
Maybe that means it's going to balance itself out again at some point, but
Maybe we'll get a
we
tropical system up through here or something.
oh, something. We're just at a point now we worry about, the horses. I know they used to wade around in that pond too, and I'm sure that was part of how they stayed cool. And uh,
I
it's,
enjoyed your video of Cabo in the swimming pool. That was awesome.
yeah. Well, I had seen a video. I had seen a YouTube video of somebody whose horse was playing in an inflatable pool. And I thought, oh, I wonder, because he's pretty playful. I mean, he likes toys, and he'll play with toys. And I thought, well, why not? Let's go see. And it was late enough in the summer when I did that that the all the pool stuff, everything was marked down really cheap. I went to like dollar store, or Big Lots. I think I got it at
Yeah,
Big Lots,
yeah.
and it was marked way down. So I thought, if he pops it or if it doesn't work or he's afraid of it, then I won't have spent that much money, and the dogs can play in it.
It's
But
like the second you stuck your foot in there,
oh
or
yeah,
you
he
got
just
in there,
wanted
he
to
went
sure.
right in. Yep,
Yeah,
he was
so
ready.
that's one of my favorite memories of him for sure. Um, so I want to look at your channel because I like to have on my videos or on these lives. I want to be able to go back and compare, and we can look and see where were people when we had them on the channel, and then
Okay.
however many weeks or months later, let's look and see how much you've grown. So
Yeah, it's awesome.
I've got your channel pulled up here. I'm going to do a share screen with this screen number 2. All right. And there you are, MultiHunter. So right now you are sitting at 352 subscribers. Um, and I know I can kind of figure some things out. So it looks like over the last week or so, you've been gaining a subscriber here and there. But obviously, I want to take the liberty of assuming that most of us really do have goals for like that 500 subscriber mark and that
Yes.
1,000 subscriber mark and all those things that are going to get us closer to turning our work and our energy into, an opportunity to be rewarded financially, if that's
Yes,
a
ma'am.
possibility. I keep saying to people, I don't ever expect to make a lot of money off of YouTube, but I would love it if it would at least offset the cost of feeding the animals here. I mean, if
Oh, that'd
that's
be
all I
awesome.
can get out of it, if it buys duck food every month, because that adds up. And you touched on this earlier. Right now, it's been so dry that it's hitting all of the producers. I mean, hay is going up, feed is going up, and I know part of that is because fuel has gone up, and because it's so dry, it's costing an arm and a leg for these producers to actually keep their crops alive long enough to turn it into the feed that we need. So, um,
Yeah, my brother works at a feed store, and they're getting like $185 a round bill right now.
oh my Lord. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just
it's
sticking
crazy.
with square bales right now. And that, I mean, they haven't gone up that much. I don't guess I want to say that right now the square bales, the feed store where we shop, they're like $14 a bale.
Uh
But
huh.
that's up from like $10 a bale just 3 or 4 months ago. So
Well, see, we like to feed our goats square bales of hay grazer, and you can't even find hay grazer around here because hadn't been enough rain.
Right. It can't grow. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Oh, yeah.
they hadn't had it in several months now, and they said they probably won't get any in the near future.
Well,
so,
and I think again the same for all of the crops, all the things that go into these feeds. You know, we've got feeds, commercial feeds we buy for the ducks and for the horses, and
yes,
those prices are going up too. And it doesn't ever seem like a lot in the beginning, $1 or $2 a bag, but over time when you're going through multiple bags a week, golly, that starts adding up big time. So
yeah, plus fuel and groceries and everything else that's went up too. It's
that
just,
stuff doesn't stop. Yeah,
it's pretty tiring.
yes. So again, what I want to be able to do with the channel is just highlight some channels that I like, and people that I feel a little more connected to. Again, obviously I consider you a neighbor of mine, and so I want to, show you some support for that reason. But I do enjoy your channel. It just offers me opportunities to kind of experience things that I don't get to experience. So I like that, and I feel like if and when the time comes that I'm really going to get out and try my hand at some hunting, then I can send you a message and say, hey,
absolutely,
give me the do's and don'ts before I get out here and get myself really disappointed. So, because I've never, aside from going to the property where the boys have hunted and then just hanging out in the house and reading or cooking for everybody, I've never even been hunting. I did go one time with the kids' great grandparents. They have property down in San Saba, and that's where the boys still go hunting every year. And they went quail hunting one fall, and I got to go hunting with them, but it just meant I just sort of followed along, and I could kind of tell them where I saw birds every now and then. They had a dog, but I thought, well, I can at least help point out when I see stuff on the ground or see something moving. So
I'm familiar with San Saba area. That's a nice little area.
Oh yeah. And I haven't been out there in a long time, so I don't know if it's the same as it was, but that was always a special trip when the kids were little. We spent Thanksgiving and Christmas down there, and they just had a lot of land, and it was out in the open, and you could see the stars at night. And so I've really, really fond memories and a great attitude about that part of Texas.
Yes.
But I just wanted to, challenge our visitors today to give your channel, pay your channel a visit, watch a couple of videos. Always important to remember to watch a couple of videos before you subscribe, because those subscriptions will be taken right away as soon as you leave the page, pretty much, if you haven't already looked at least 3 minutes worth of a video.
It's amazing how many videos YouTube scrubs. It really is.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, and even now I still watch my number go up and down so much that's all I can think, is that it must be a lot of times people will hear of a channel in a live stream or read a post, somebody's community post trying to help someone grow, and they go over and subscribe, which is great. But then I guess YouTube really does watch for that. If it doesn't look like they're really there because they like the videos and want to watch the videos, YouTube just takes the subscription away. So
exactly.
I know on the one hand, 500 subscribers might seem really far off for you, but it's not. It's funny. I just feel like something sort of magical happens. You get on a path where your name's been put out just enough times and people get to see you. I think that's really, really important. Maybe not so much in other kinds of communities, but I think in the farming, homestead sort of community, people like the channels if they like the people that make the channels. You can go any place and watch, how to cook, how to make bread, or how to hunt. You can go and watch all that. And if it's all just so technical and there's not any real connection with people, and they don't see the face of the person or meet their families or see their home, I just don't know how they grow as well. So I feel like it's an advantage for this kind of community that people will watch what you put out and subscribe just because they like you.
Yes.
Even if they don't like what you're putting out, I feel like in this community, sometimes people will just think, oh my gosh, I just like that guy so much. Yeah, why not? I'm going to subscribe to his channel. So not that I'm thinking anybody would go to your channel and not like what you're putting on your channel, but
No,
I
I
just
get it.
want to work. I want to work all the angles. I want you to work all the angles, and so I just
Well,
thought, you know what? Yeah, let's put him on today and introduce him to some people if they've not already come across your channel or seen your name out there. I know you're in a lot of chats, but it
well,
seems
I'm so excited that you invited me up. Me and my wife are wanting to kind of start doing lives. We just haven't made that jump yet. And I'll be honest with you, this is the first time that I've been interviewed. So that's.
so. How does it feel? Are you nervous or what are you feeling?
I was a little nervous at first, right before when we first came on, but I'm starting to calm down a little bit now.
Yeah, it's just we're just talking. It's just us
Exactly.
talking as if I met you someplace or came out to your place and visited with you. So, and I was the same way. And I shared in one of I am Betty J Gathers. She did a live
Uh-huh.
a couple of nights ago, and we were just talking about doing lives. And before I did lives where it was me on the screen, I was streaming live from our duck and goose pen because we had goslings on the way, and people have seemed to really enjoy the ducks and the geese
Uh-huh.
on the channel. So I just have cameras out there, and uh, we were just watching for these goslings to hatch. And I have one live stream video. I don't remember which date it was. It wasn't one of the very beginning ones, and it wasn't even when the goslings, I think, were brand new, but it was just under 12 hours long. So, like 11 hours and 56 minutes, something like that. And
Uh-huh.
that one live stream has earned me 300 plus. It was 300.5 watch hours,
Wow.
just that one live stream. Now, granted, again, it was almost a 12-hour live stream, and I know people don't sit and watch that whole replay 12-hour live stream of just the ducks and geese sleeping overnight waiting for the goslings to
Right.
hatch. But just collectively over time, the people that have clicked that link and watched for, I don't know, 20 minutes at a time, an hour at a time,
Adds
more
up.
than 300 hours on that
That's
one live
awesome.
stream. So I thought, yeah, that's kind of silly that I'm not doing live streams. I'm generally never at a loss for words. I like to talk.
Uh-huh.
Um, I like to talk to people. I mean, I talk to the animals here, but I mean, I like interacting with people. So I don't think it was that I'm shy or I don't like to be on stage or I don't know what it was. I think initially I just thought, what in the world would I fill a live stream with? What would I talk about for an hour or 2 hours? Or but then I started getting in on some of these live streams, watching some of them, and it's not always on just the person who's doing the live stream. They get people up on the panel, there's stuff going on in the chat. And I'll apologize because I just now clicked that comments button. I had it on banners because I was making the banner down here to remind you guys to go to next channel. uh, but I realized, okay, this is not as much work as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be, I'm going to have to get up here and sing and dance and do all kinds of stuff to keep people entertained and on the stream, you know, as long as I can keep them on the stream. And it hasn't been like that. It really has been fun. And I feel like already, this is only the third live I've done. And I feel like already there's at least one new person that comes in that I had never met until
Uh-huh.
they came into the chat on the live stream. So
Exactly.
I would just encourage you to really give that a shot. This StreamYard thing makes it super simple to
Uh-huh.
set it up, and you can set them up in advance. That's how I did one. I created one for a future date, and then on the day of the stream, I just click on that entry
Okay.
in the StreamYard lives, and then there's a go live button that Jesse had to tell me about.
Oh,
When I
Jesse.
did the
Yep.
first live, I thought, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Why is it not coming on? And people were in the chat saying, click go live. Uh, so yeah, we got some people in here greeting you, Nick. And yeah, so I see a lot of people that have become good friends of mine. And just I just feel like this is kind of my little core batch of people that really encouraged me so that I would become more engaged with the
Uh-huh.
community. I didn't even know that was a thing. I really did. Um, I met Chris from Chris and Larry's homestead
Uh-huh.
in a Facebook group like 6 months ago, and I don't remember what the post was, but I think we were sort of sharing what our channels were about. And she commented because, I had shared what my channel was about, and she told me what her channel was about. So we connected with each other on YouTube, and I started watching her and getting ideas and realizing, oh my gosh, so you just have to get on here and be real. Just get on and be real and just share with people. Now, I have just enough of an artistic side that I really like to work on videos. I like it to be, I like bells and whistles, and I like music, the backtrack, the background tracks, and I like
just your editing. I'm like, when I watch your videos, I'm like, you got the little bandit like your thumbnails. I love the way you do your thumbnails.
Yeah, and
like,
I
mine
like
are always just
that.
plain Jane,
Yeah, I like that. So I think it may depend, obviously, on the kind of channel and the content that you're sharing, because I don't think everything calls for that.
Right.
I'm not as homesteady as a lot of the homestead channels that I've connected with here. We're more of an animals. I mean, we're about pets and animals. We started our channel to feature our animals and talk about the rescue work that we do. And so I thought, I just don't know how helpful or interesting that will be to people. So I wanted to dress it up a little bit and do the thumbnails. I didn't used to do all of that, but it really seems to have made a difference for me. So
what editing software do you use?
I use Power Director.
Power Director. Okay.
Richard bought me a new computer for my birthday last year, and he specially ordered it with that software on it. And when he talked to the people, he said, hey, she makes a lot of videos. We're on YouTube. She needs something that she can edit with. And it does. I'm sure it does things I don't even know it'll do yet, just because I haven't played with it and figured it out or felt like I needed it. So it's easier now that I've done it more. In the beginning, I just, I'm not necessarily technologically savvy. I'll push the buttons until something happens. And if I get lucky, whatever that is what I wanted to happen. But the problem is that then I don't remember what buttons I pushed or what order I pushed them in when I want to do it the next time. And yet I learn best by doing. So I haven't had any, catastrophes or anything.
Some of the editing software, when you start getting into it, you're like, whoa, it is kind of intimidating.
Well, and when I first looked at this, I thought, oh my gosh, there's no way I would have to go to school to learn how to do all of this. But now it's just kind of second nature. Richard will sometimes come watch me and he'll say, what is that? What are you doing? What is that right there? What are you supposed to put right there? So he hasn't done any editing yet. And the more couples I can encourage to get on and do live streams together, the more I might be able to talk him in. Here he is coming home from work right now. The more I might be able to talk him into doing live streams with me. So he sat in on the very first live stream for a little while, but he works from home a lot of times. He goes into the office part of the time and then works from home sometimes.
I gotcha.
And so depending on what has happened at the office before he leaves to come home early, thinking that he either has the rest of the day to himself or that it'll just be something easy he can do on his laptop. Sometimes that just kind of goes awry. So he wasn't even able to stay for that whole very first live stream. But I'm going to open, let's see, in the chat. Anyone have questions for Nick? Or any of you? So do you have the comments open? Can you see comments from your phone, Nick?
I cannot right now.
Okay. So again, lots of people that have said hello to you. And I want to say,
hello, everyone.
Yeah, I want to say probably all of these people too, because most of the names I'm seeing here now are names that I see when you and I are in other chats where someone else is doing a stream. So I don't think I see, it's kind of hard to keep up with the chat and the,
I wish there was a way I could see it on my end. Of course, I'm on my phone right now, but
yeah, I haven't done it from my phone except to come up on a panel and show somebody something out in the yard where I didn't have to worry about the comments, but
there is a chat, logo, but I hit it before you brought me up, and it just goes directly to the chat alone. It doesn't show us.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, that's no good.
So no worries. If we can work out another visit sometime for you, and you have a day where you'll be home and you can be at the computer and you want to try it again, and if you get ready to do a live stream and you want to come on and we can do a little pop-up together or something, you can do it from the computer so you can learn about StreamYard and.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I'm not an expert by any means, but I feel like the StreamYard concept is just super easy, and just as long as you get everything done in the right order and have a lot of it done ahead of time.
you hear so many
be
horror stories about like things going south and stuff. So what do you do about the mods? Do you have certain people that mod for you? Or?
Yeah, so what I did, I had been in lots of people's chats watching live streams and saw who was modding. So I thought my first thoughts are going to be, okay, so these people obviously have built up a reputation in the community of being, responsible and trustworthy. So
Like
if and when the
Jesse.
time comes, yeah, if and when the time comes, then I'll at least have a handful of names. And then there have just been people that I've met too over time that I thought, okay, I have a connection here. And it's funny because I would love to think that why would there be some, pervert coming into homesteading chats? And I mean, why? But it happens. I've
It
seen it
does.
happen
I've
a
seen
couple
it.
of times. And
Yes.
so
I was in a couple of fishing lives, not in there, but just watch them. And yeah, there were several times that kept popping up. And I
that's
was like,
just
"Are you
weird.
serious?"
That's just if those people would devote their energy to something worthwhile, the world would be such a better place.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
when you get ready for that, in your where did I see that? Where did I see that? I think you go when you're like in the panel where you can look at your content and your analytics and monetization and all that stuff down the left hand side. Down at toward the very bottom is a settings icon. Let me go to my channel and see if I can show you that.
So do you have a couple of different laptops that you're looking at right now, or?
I have two desktops on the same computer.
Okay.
Richard works off of a laptop. We haven't done any streaming from there. But yeah, so I'm going to share my screen and just show you right quick because you don't have to wait till 500. I mean, you can start streaming now, and it might be fun to play with it now, before you have 500 subscribers. Not that I think any of us would ever see 500 people in our live streams, although I was watching some of these lawyers on YouTube during that Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, and they literally would have like 60,000 people in a chat during a live stream. Like these are channels that have 500,000 subscribers. So
Wow.
I'd love to think one of us will hit it that big here one day.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, but just to maybe so you don't have to be any more nervous than you have to be for the first your first live, then maybe you would do something now when you're not quite at that 500 mark. So so
I'm super excited to get to that mark just so I can get the community tab. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, so I'm going to show you right quick. Let's do this. No, let's go back to this. So here's my channel, and over here you've got all these dashboard, content, playlists, analytics, and down here under let me move this banner. All right, so down here toward the bottom, see that? You got settings. That takes you here.
Okay.
You go to community, and right here you type in the names of the channel. Let's see. I'm going to add somebody. I'll show you how do I do that? Get in there. Well, how am I acting like I don't remember how to do it now? I don't think it's here. Oh, well, in this box, then.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
You start typing in the name of a channel. Okay. And those people will be your moderators.
Okay.
All right. So I don't think I changed anything, but I'll just cancel. I think also from the chat. Oh, hang on. I left the comments. I bet somebody is saying it now. From the chat. I don't know that you can do it from the chat in StreamYard. But when you're in this chat, I'm pretty sure when you see somebody in the chat, So I don't know if the screen is big enough, but I selected, here's Nina, the three little dots over here to the right of her comment. One of the options here at the bottom is add moderator. So from the chat, you could add a moderator.
Gotcha.
So Okay, so let me look again. Any questions for Nick? Are any of you new to Nick's channel? Let's put the banner back up so you guys will remember to go and visit him. Have you eaten your lunch yet?
No, I ate a little bit earlier actually, so I'm good.
Okay, I just don't want you to feel like you got to hang around if you haven't had your lunch yet.
No, I appreciate that.
Yes. So again, Nick is sitting at 352 subscribers right now. I'd love to at least set a goal of 400. I think 400 in the next couple of days is totally doable. Just always, again, remember to watch a video at least 3 minutes. I like to watch a couple of videos or watch one video and then start a playlist and then subscribe so that the next day or the day after YouTube hasn't taken that subscription away. And I've seen that happen even for myself when I've subscribed to someone's channel. Like I'm in a chat and someone says, oh yeah, let's get her up to 100 subscribers. And I just go click subscribe. And then the next time I go visit the channel, the subscribe button is red again. And I'm thinking,
Yep.
I just subscribed exactly. Like 2 days ago, but I didn't watch any videos. I was just trying to get the number up during the chat so we could all celebrate together. But and that's fine and that's fun. And obviously you can go back and fix it and do it a different way so that it'll stick. But I think
I'm learning some things here and there,
Yeah, the more word gets out, then you just save, all of us that disappointment of being at a certain number one day and then you come look the next morning and 6 people are gone.
It's crazy. It's crazy because I was watching a live from Nick of the AZ homestead and I was trying to get to 100, and so and he was blasting my link out there, and all this other stuff, and I got to 100, and then my friend Cody with Hog Deer 79, he said, dude, don't touch nothing. He said just let it lie for a few days. He said go back and you can get with them later, and then sub to them and watch their videos and stuff like that. He said, but just don't touch nothing until them things stick.
Hard to do though, isn't it?
It is, but it actually worked. It actually worked. So
good. All right. So if you want to hang around, again, my goal for Nick before the end of the weekend is to get him to 400 subscribers. So you guys also, if you have community tabs, share his link on the community tab. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't hurt. It just takes a few seconds. You just put a little blurb and say, hey, go visit my friend Nick and give the channel link. That it's just, it's all in the marketing, as they say. And until you're these big 1 million+ subscriber channels, YouTube really doesn't do much to help. You got to make your own, way, and you've got to put your own videos and your own name out there wherever you can. So
I would really appreciate it. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm just excited because I want to try and look at Hannah step-by-step family real quick before we get out of here today, because she was featured on the channel last week. And I don't know if she's here right now. I think when we started, I would have to go back and look at the beginning of the video. Again, I'll have this nice little record where we can keep tabs on where people are going. Oh, did we lose you? There he is.
Sorry, I had a call come through.
Oh, no worry. No worry. Yeah, I haven't figured out yet what to do when those kind of things happen. I'm really proud that the dogs have not gone berserk at some point during a live stream, because usually if I'm on the phone, I don't know what it is. I get on the phone and they hear me say hello, and then they start barking, and it's ridiculous, and I have to go outside or something to get away.
That's probably the way it'd be when we do our first live. Whenever me and my wife get ready to do that, the kids is what's going to be.
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. If it was kids home, I'm sure that's how it would be, because it used to be like that on the phone with the kids too. Anyway, so if you missed it, if you're just now coming in, okay, Hannah is currently at 351. I think she was not at 300 yet.
Oh, wow.
I think I'll go back and look at that video, but I think, or maybe she was right over 300, 310, something like that. So I'm not going to claim credit for that, but I just do feel like it sort of re-energizes a channel and then puts a little bug in people's ears. Even if they were aware of the channel before, maybe they had even visited the channel before, and then they forgot and they haven't been back. I know this is a big community and we all try to visit each other a lot, and that can be a full-time job, just going around and watching each other's videos and liking and commenting. And yet that's what it's going to take. So the bigger we can grow the community, all the numbers go up across the board. So so you're at 352 now. I'd love to see you at 400 before the end of the weekend, for sure, before my next live. And if that's true that Hannah is at 351 now, and she was at I'll say 310. I'll say 310 because it may have been just over 300. Then totally you can hit 400 in a week if she's able
That'd
to
be awesome.
that many subscribers. So
I actually went in there and watched that interview with Hannah last night.
Yeah.
I don't think I watched the whole thing, but I watched most of it.
Okay. Yeah. I kind of did the same when I was, first going to get on, just to see, like, how do you sit and where do you look? Where do you look?
Yeah.
To look at people and,
exactly.
just to not feel so new at it for the first time I did it. But what I want to do now, first, what I want to do is, I know some of you may see in the chat, Mindfork. That is my now this is a friend I've made through YouTube. She's also local. She lives in Dallas, so she's a little closer to me than you are. She and her husband came for a visit on Sunday. We had pizza together. She met all the animals.
Really?
She got to feed most of the animals. And it was just a very magical thing to meet
awesome.
my first YouTube person live, in my home, and see that what I see on the screen with her, that's who she is. That really is who she is. She didn't come in and look different or,
Exactly.
I thought she would be taller. I did think you would be taller, Akashi. I don't know what that is. Maybe y'all think I would be taller. If you met me, maybe you'd think I would be taller. And I've always thought if I could just be a little taller, I would also look a little thinner. So that would be nice. But so I wanted to show y'all her channel right quick before I get to my channel members. But I think I just saw a note that she just became a channel member. Did I see that in the chat? Can somebody tell me? I mean, I'm trying so hard to keep scrolling while I'm talking, thank you, Lonnie, songs and other things. All right, so I'm going to show, let's get to Mindfork's channel. We'll share the screen. And this is, I met her in one of Kevin's. All right, so yes, Akashi has joined. She's a channel member now.
That's awesome.
Which is, I call those RichKatRanch hands. So she's a RichKatRanch hand right now. And our channel members get, they get to see content before it goes public for everybody. Over time, we're going to come up with a schedule for members only live stream chats. They can ask questions, or we can just visit with each other virtually in a live stream, and that'll just be for members. I just shared to members only the cover song that's going to go public on the channel on Monday. I was really nervous about this particular song, but I shared it with my channel members because I thought maybe that way then it would take some of the nervousness out when I knew everybody would be able to see it. And
kind of get their heads together with you and kind of agree on it, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah. And then last week they got to see the video that came out on Wednesday this week, all the pictures of me and Richard just from travels.
I watched that. That's awesome. That was a good little
our life together. Not all the pictures. We got a lot of pictures, but
you actually inspired me to do one with my girls, and I haven't posted it yet, but I've got one with all my girls. So.
Oh, yes. So that one went out to members before it went onto the channel for everybody. So I know I get a kick out of that when I'm, a patron or a member somewhere, that just seems kind of special when I get to see something before other people see it. So,
right.
Anyway, so Mindfork. So her channel is like my alter ego. Like I'm a huge X-Files fan. Just, space and aliens and UFOs and stuff like that that's always interested me. Not that that's all her channel deals with, but she's just got some very, very interesting stuff. She's done several lives, at least that I've seen. And she's really good at that. So if you want to watch a couple of her lives and just kind of get how she conducts her lives, she always has scheduled panels, and they have a topic they're going to discuss. So it's educational and informative and really entertaining. She's a music supporter. So
I haven't seen her channel, so I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah, so check her out. And she's at 183 subscribers right now. would definitely love to see the number 200 come up for her. And if we could make that happen before the end of the weekend, I mean, I'd always love to say if we could make that happen before the end of the live stream today. But again, I don't want it to be that you're just going and subscribing and then YouTube's going to take it away, because that's disappointing for those of us that see the number go down after it goes up. But yeah, if you haven't checked out Akashi's channel at Mind Forked, I encourage you to do it. Again, I met her in one of the Tuber Chat lives through Kevin, and the name alone, that name, I thought, that's clever.
It is clever.
What is that channel about? I have to see, just because that name really intrigues me. And it fits with the channel content perfectly. So, and she is a precious, sweet person. She, in the chats, again, what you see if you go to her lives, that really is her. That's the way she carries herself, and that's the way she talks, and she's just very real and very warm. And we had a blast meeting them. I'm hoping we will be getting together, again in real life to do some things and maybe collaborate some more. I know she took some video while she was here, and she's going to work on a video to post of her adventure at RichKatRanch this past weekend. But y'all, please check out her channel, and thank you for becoming a member, Akashi. And so now,
I like her banner.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, it's just very clever. Everything about it is very intriguing and entertaining to me. So our first channel member, once we had memberships available, was Runneth Over Garden and Life. This is Nani and Boyce's channel.
They watch and comment a lot on my videos.
Nina and Boyce's channel. They are at 622 subscribers. I'm going to have to start keeping a notepad because I really want to celebrate growth. And I featured them for a little while on the channel last week because I am going to showcase all of our channel members in every live stream. I'm going to at least get their screen up there. We're going to talk about where they're sitting right now. Obviously, the next major goal would be 1,000 subscribers for them. They have not done any live streams yet either. Nina says no lives for them, but maybe if you guys will do a live, Nick, maybe the more people they see doing it, then they'll realize, okay, you know what, this is just a get together, just as if everybody was coming over for coffee or to play cards or whatever. So
they comment on a lot of my videos.
They do.
They show a lot of support.
Yeah, and they're in so many of the live streams where I go and see them in the chat. And again, I think I met them in Tuber Chat, in a Tuber Chat live stream. I'm pretty sure that's right. So kudos to Kevin. I don't know if Kevin is here today, but man, Kevin is changing the world one channel at a time. So this is Runneth Over Garden and Life. Check them out. They've been a huge support for me. I know they've supported a lot of your channels as well. And I would love to see them get to the 700 mark. I feel like the bigger the number gets, the faster it can grow sometimes. Just,
I think it goes in spurts too. Like it'll be stagnant for a little while, and all of a sudden, boom, you make a jump.
Again, there's something magical that happens at some point for every channel, I think, and it's just fun to see when that happens and try to figure out, wow, what made such a difference. But here's our very first person to join the channel and become a RichKatRanch hand. Our next channel member was LB at Woman Outdoors. Another great channel, great content. You'll learn a lot. You'll enjoy it. You will get to experience things that maybe you would not experience in real life, because she really does focus a lot on outdoors and survival type stuff and camping and cooking and just practical things that everybody should know anyway, but not everybody does. And not all of us have the time that we can go out and enjoy nature and creation like she can. So I love to give shouts out to our military people. She is a military veteran, 2 branches of the military, as a matter of fact. So she's just got a lot of history and a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and a lot of wisdom to share.
She is super supportive too.
Yeah. Again, you see her in all these chats, even when she's, already been busy and maybe could just take a little break, she'll come and hang out and support her YouTube community. So check out her channel. She is sitting at 824 subscribers now. Again, today I'm gonna get a little notepad and I'm gonna jot all these numbers down so that next week I'm not doing what I'm doing this week, going, oh, I don't remember what they were at last time, because I just really want it to be a celebration. Every time we see the numbers go up, every time we see growth in our friends' channels, I want us to be able to celebrate.
Yes, ma'am.
So 824 subscribers for Woman Outdoors. Let's shoot for 900 subscribers. I like even numbers. I like hundreds numbers. So we're shooting for 500 for Nick. We're shooting for 700 for Nina and Boyce. We're shooting for 900 for Woman Outdoors. This was channel member number 2. And then let me go to our third channel member. Was Ordered Steps. Again, better in a tuber chat. If you guys are not doing the tuber chat lives, I want to say probably all the names that I see here, I see you in the tuber chat lives, but share those links. Share those links when Kevin's got a live happening, so that other people will learn about tuber chat, because it just really does open up the door for you to meet a lot of people that you might not even meet otherwise, and it's an incredibly supportive community. So
I picked up a lot of subscribers.
I had too. I just met a lot of really good friends that way, that I would never even have known about them. I would not have thought to look for their channel. It would just not even occur to me, some of what I've met, some of the people I've met there. So Ordered Steps, our third channel member, again, just very real, a very authentic person. She lives with a disability. She shares very openly about what it's like to live with that disability. It doesn't slow her down. It doesn't dampen her spirit. She tells it like it is, but she's a very warm and loving person. She's just super genuine, super supportive. She's at 184 subscribers right now. So 200 is definitely, that is so doable for her.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Again, I'll have to look at my last week's live and start jotting numbers down, starting there, because that's when I did my first featured guest. So Ordered Steps, check her out. Please put these channels. Yeah. Y'all all, please put these channels on your list. At least go over and watch a couple of videos. I'm not one to say that just subscribing, even if you don't like it, or you're never going to go back and visit again. But I think you're really going to like what you see. And the support will go a long way toward helping all of us get where we would want to go. I hope we all want to go to the same place. Here on YouTube, we want to spread our message. We want to be rewarded for our efforts. And we do that by, watching videos and making comments and liking videos and subscribing. It's a very simple process, but you just got to get the word out and share these names and share these channels. So I encourage you, visit all of them, watch videos, subscribe, like things that you like. Click the like button for things you like, and then share out channels. Pick one of them and share their channel out. If you have a community tab, throw a link out there. If you are doing a live, put a little shout out. Do a shout out in your live, and let's all grow together. Let's have some more opportunities to celebrate. Sometimes the world is kind of dark and crazy, and I have just found a lot of joy and a lot of encouragement being on this YouTube road with y'all. So let's help each other out. So Nick, do you have questions? Do you have questions about Rich Cat Ranch, anything about YouTube in general that if I don't know, maybe someone in the chat will know, or we can find out together? I'm going to be pulling up Hannah's channel too while we're here.
Okay. I think you said you retired. You retired this year, or was it last year?
The end of April. Well, I retired in September of 2019, and it just wasn't time yet. I love the animals, but I was not ready to not have more human interactions. And I wasn't doing YouTube yet then either. So last year I posted my first video the beginning of March last year, and was working full time. And that does make it a little harder. So when the opportunity came up for me to,
if you don't mind me asking, what did you do before retirement?
The dental field.
Okay.
So I started in the dental field in the fall of 1981, and I worked clinical. I was a an assistant for a long, long time before we had an office manager in an office where I would help up front every now and then. And so I learned things about insurance and scheduling, and the office manager went on maternity leave and she wasn't going to come back. So the boss asked me if I would be interested in taking her spot. So I did. The only bad thing about that is that I didn't get into healthcare to do administrative stuff or management. I got into healthcare to treat people, to
help people
feel better, to hold people's hands when they're nervous, or and educate. So it was always a little bit of a stress for me that I felt like I gave up my first love to move up, quote unquote. And I mean, the money was better, and I liked, it wasn't that I didn't like the work, I just really missed the other work. So about 11 years ago, I just happened to be right place at the right time, that a surgical practice right here in South Lake, like a mile from the house, was opening up, brand new. The building was still going up. And so initially I did everything there. I was the surgical assistant and the insurance person and the scheduler and the marketing person and the study club coordinator. And so I liked that initially because we weren't that busy. He was brand new to the area, right out of school. And so we just didn't have a lot of patients yet, but it got really too busy for one person, and he wasn't really ready to add more people. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I'm just one person. I can't
stress overload.
I can't do that. And I can't be here till 6 o'clock every night. And so that's when I retired that first time. I thought, okay, maybe this is just time for me to retire. Interestingly enough, I did learn that he had to hire 2 people right after I left just to get part of the work done at the front that I was doing. So
whether they ever mentioned it or not, they know it. They realize how much they missed you.
Yeah. So anyway, so I retired from that, but then I went back to where I did some temp work in a few dental offices around here, and I was still wanting to stay retired. A lot of them really wanted to bring me on full time, and I said, no, I'm retired. I'm just doing this to get out of the house and be around humans every now and then. But a little pediatric practice here in town was looking for help at the front desk, and I thought, well, yeah, I'll try that again then, just for something steady. And I was kind of worried the COVID thing, was happening, and I was just worried, what if something happens and Richard loses his job? He works for GM, and they're not on the essentials list, but healthcare is on the essentials list. So I thought, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back at least until it looks like things might be getting closer to normal. And that way, if something happens and he's out of work, at least I can make a little bit of money. So I did that. And just until I just kind of decided, you know what, I really want to spend more time on this channel. I really want to spend more time with the animals before I'm too old to enjoy it anymore. And decided, okay, I'll be 60 in September. I thought that seems like a fair enough year to make a decision to retire. So I retired, and then I started doing the YouTube thing full time, and it really did make a difference for me to not be so split and to really be able to devote some time to creating and filming and editing. And so that's what I did.
So about the ranch, how many animals do you currently have? If you had to just,
oh my gosh, 45.
Wow.
Because the flock is a big part of that. There's like 33 animals just in the ducks and geese, so that's a big part of that. And in addition to the animals that live here, we board dogs. So we have a boarder here right now, Kane. Hey, Kane. Kane, come say hi. Kane, come here. This is Kane, and Kane is he's a neat boy, and he has a neat story. Can you come say hi? Can you come say hi to everyone?
Oh, that's awesome.
So Kane was hit by a car in October last year.
Wow.
Like, no one even knew if he was going to make it at all, but he had to have tons of these just extensive, oh my gosh, really heavy duty surgeries. His whole back end was just obliterated.
Goodness.
But he gets around just fine now. He kind of limps every now and then if he overdoes it. But, oh, yes, he's a good boy. But he's super friendly. Boone loves having him here because He's just a year or so older, and so Boone gets a playmate every time we get a visiting dog.
Good
Um,
looking dog.
he's beautiful. He's very wolfy looking, I think. So
Mm-hmm.
he'll go home this evening, and our next boarder will come on Monday, and then she'll leave on Friday, the same day that we get the next boarder. Summers are really busy here because people are going on vacation, and
Yes.
so anyway, so in addition to all of our resident animals, we often have visiting animals as well. And I love it. I love it. This is just, I've always been an animal lover and dreamed for a long time, even as a little bitty girl, of one day having some property and having horses and ducks and all the things I'm getting to live right now. So,
How many acres do y'all have there at
we
the
only
ranch?
have 2 acres.
2 acres.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think I'd probably have more animals.
Right.
I might come and get some of your goats if we had more space. But right now, I mean, it's so dry. We're having to buy so much more hay because there's just not a lot of grass
Yes.
for grazing. So I'm glad now that we don't have more out animals out there grazing, and the geese are grazers too. So Richard doesn't have to mow quite as much lately because everything's so dead. But um,
Yeah,
anyway, so
I have not mowed not one time all year so far.
I think he's been out a couple of times. There are just a couple of places on the back pasture that get, I don't know if something's growing there that Cabo and Delilah don't like. That's all I can figure because everything else will be chewed down super short. And then there'll be these little corners where it's just all grown up and it looks awful and, you know, just going to be a hideout place for snakes. And not that I mind that, but.
But so you're a snake wrangler, so.
Yeah, I'm a snake wrangler. But we're doing this sniff spot thing now, so we really are trying to not have too many hiding places for animals that I know some of our sniff spot guests might not be so happy to meet.
Uh-huh.
So, do you have any other questions though?
Let's see. You said you're close to South Lake?
We're on the far western side of South Lake, real close to the border with Keller.
See, I graduated from Abilene High, and so we played them in the playoffs a few times, and they always whooped us.
Yeah, something they're doing here. Yeah, I think every year they put out just really top-notch teams, and that's with everything. We had what was her name? I can't remember her name now. A diver, an Olympic diver, a little girl that graduated from here. Their swim team is also world class, and she made it to the Olympics.
That's awesome.
So now part of that is that this is not us, but this is a very affluent area. I mean, I know when I was younger, like South Lake was like the Highland Park, like those exclusive places near Dallas where you just know if somebody lives there, they're not hurting for anything. And South Lake, for the most part, that's true of South Lake. Again, not all of us. And the closer west or the farther west you get, the farther away you get from that. But like there's a lot of Dallas Cowboys that live here, and people that have these ridiculous mega mansions that I always look at those and think, I wonder how many rooms those people never even go in.
Yeah.
How much of their square footage do they never even see?
No, I've always heard that about the South Lake area, but when you hear things, you can't really take it with a grain of salt because you don't really know.
It's true.
Been there. So.
Yeah, it's true. And the neighborhood right behind us, even, it doesn't have mansions, but it just has those just gigantic homes on a regular sized lot, so there's not a whole lot of space. I think our neighbors probably are kind of glad that we're here and we, the property hasn't been bought out from under us or anything yet.
Yeah.
Because then there's just some space that, then they're not quite so crammed in. There's a little cul-de-sac street that's right over kind of by our northwest corner here. But again, some of the houses, just those great big houses on not a small lot, but a regular size lot that just doesn't really give them any room to just not feel so tied in.
See, me and my wife, we lived in, when we first got married, we lived in Abilene. And I kept, I've always wanted to live in the country because I grew up, my parents lived out in Eula, which is outside east of Abilene, about 30 minutes. And so once you get a taste of that space, then it's like you don't want to let loose of it. So I talked my wife into and we went out to the country, and we've enjoyed it. We really
Oh
have.
yeah. Oh yeah. I think people need that space. And chat, I did post the StreamYard link. If anybody else wanted to come up, I'm going to close Hannah's page here in just a second. But just again, wanted to remind y'all to visit her. Thank you to everyone that has helped her grow the channel as much as it's obvious that it's grown since we visited with her last week. Thank you, Akashi. So again, keep spreading the word about her, spread the word about Nick. And I thought kind of in closing today, because I know Kevin talks about the our channel trailer a lot when he does his lives, and I thought you guys might enjoy seeing our channel trailer. It's a minute and 29 seconds. And I mean, I hope you can hear it. I don't know how the volume works on this thing. I'm turning up my volume. And I actually did this video like 5 or 6 months ago. And it would show up. It shows up for people that are not subscribed to the channel yet. This is a video they'll see right up at the top of the screen. Once they're subscribed, it changes to a different video. You can set it up that way. And so if you haven't thought about doing a channel trailer, or you didn't know about doing a channel trailer, I have to date, it's not a lot, but I've gotten 12 subscribers just from the channel trailer. So someone that came in and saw this channel trailer, they subscribed while they were looking at the channel trailer. And they haven't been taken away, I don't think. So, because I think that number, it goes up and down based on who stays around. But
I've seen stuff about channel trailers, but I haven't done one. So that's something.
So, and I don't always see channel trailers on all of these other channels. So if you guys haven't thought about it, I'll just show you mine, because again, it's very short. It's kind of a bittersweet thing for me now, because it includes some of the animals that we've lost now. We lost both our German Shepherd boys late last year and early this year, but they're still part of our story, and they're part of Rich Cat Ranch. And so I don't feel any need to change it, but I watch it now and look back and, kind of smile and get teary-eyed all at the same time. But I'm just going to play you guys my channel trailer. So here's a minute and a half of who Rich Cat Ranch is.
Here at Rich Cat Ranch, our goal has always been to educate and encourage through the videos we share. The name is just a combination of our first names, Richard and Kathy, and our passion is caring for animals. So it was only natural that they would be featured prominently here. We've raised ducks and geese for pets and eggs for a long time, and want to be a source of information for anyone interested in starting their own backyard flock. For those who might be interested in preparing healthy home-cooked food for their dogs, well, we've got that too. Our animals have taught us a lot about love, life, loss, loyalty. Sometimes the challenges and heartaches that have come with being their guardians have taught us the most about ourselves. It's those not so pleasant times that have often given us a greater appreciation for the good times. We hope you'll enjoy getting to know us, getting to know all of our critters, checking out recipes, and just hanging out with us here at our little homestead in Texas.
It's awesome.
That's a super simple channel trailer. It was fun to put it together.
That's funny.
And if
I don't get it.
My tattoo.
I gotta get a touch.
That's funny. It went to the autoplay to the next video, which was the Modern Native. If you guys haven't checked out the Modern Natives channel. Anyway, so if you haven't played with the idea of doing a channel trailer, and it can be longer than that. I'll tell you right now, the Astute Tourist, is that his name? I met him in Tuber Chat.
He actually just subscribed to my channel like a couple days ago.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know what his background is yet. I've watched some of his videos, and I watched that channel trailer. It's like movie studio production and it's very Indiana Jones. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about that. Again, I met him in Tuber Chat, so I went to check out his channel. I looked at the channel trailer. It's like 5 minutes, and I thought, oh, see, yeah, this is perfect. It's more than 3 minutes, and was just hooked right away. Just looking at the channel trailer. So y'all think about that. Play with that. You can always produce it, look at it, put it up even then. And if nobody's watching it or nobody's liking it or it's not getting you any subscribers, then you can take it down. It doesn't have to be forever, but it's sometimes, I know for me, again, going through pictures and things to do that little trailer, it was just a fun way for me too, to get a little more focused on what are we about? What do I want people to think they're going to find when they come here? So I do throw other things in every now and then. Again, I've started doing these music covers, and I've got a little handful of videos of places I've traveled around the world, just because I've just been having fun sharing our lives with people. But I thought, for the most part, that little video right there really does sum up what we do and what we're about, and what I want people to understand, that we focus on here. So
just a nice little summary of your channel. Yeah.
So just play with that and see if you can come up with something. Thank you so much, Jesse. We're going to be wrapping it up here in just a minute. Thanks to everybody who came out and hung out with me again in the chat. Thank you, Nick, for giving us your lunch break today.
You bet.
Write these stats down for everybody so that next week I can do a little update on all the channels that we talked about today and let everybody know, how much they've grown since then. So you've got my number. You can text me or call me anytime if you need something. If you guys are going to be out this way, stop by for a visit. If you need a place to stay for the night, we'll get the bedroom set up for you. And then again,
awesome.
Maybe you and I can plan some kind of collaborative effort.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Crossover thing together.
I really appreciate you having me up, and I want to appreciate say thank you to everybody in the chat too. Even though I can't see it, thanks for everybody in the chat.
My apologies to everybody that may have said something to Nick that he didn't see and that I didn't see. So hopefully, if anyone here knows, because I always have my let me show you. I always have my live chat replay. That box is checked, and yet for some reason, once the stream ends, then the chat is not available. You can't see it until like 24 hours later. I don't know what I need to do or what I'm not doing right. I'll just show you this screen right quick. So this is where I set it up. So I've got live chat and the live chat replay. And I don't know. I think I'm just doing something wrong when I end the stream. And then in the YouTube studio, this box pops up where I can either edit or dismiss. And I think I've done both things. Okay, so maybe it's not me, Chuck. Okay, so it's not just me. I was just thinking that you'd be able to see it right after the stream ends. You could go back and watch the video and see all the chat. But okay, so I'm not going to worry about it now. That means I must be doing it at least partly right. So be safe, be blessed, stay cool, everyone. If you got animals, know that they're on my prayer list too, because I sure can't imagine having to live outside in this. I'm sure they're kind of accustomed to it, but some parts of Texas for sure, I don't feel like there was much of a gradual heating up. It just, one day it's 89 degrees and the next day it's 104 degrees. So
there's no spring here. It's like it jumps from fall, from fall straight to summer. So
and I'll be just as whiny when the winter comes, because I'm not a fan of the cold either. But I can't seem to live any place where there's just a nice middle ground for the temperature.
Yes.
So again, be safe, stay cool, be blessed. Love to everybody from RichKatRanch. Love to you and your family, Nick, from RichKatRanch. Thanks again for being my guest today. And
absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Keep me posted. I'll be checking out your channel just to see how things are going, but feel free to send me updates. Send me a text and say, hey, I just got 5 new subscribers. I want to celebrate with you. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys enjoy the journey and take care. I'll see you in the next live stream. Bye, guys.
We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.